Hey guys, what's up? It's Trunks and welcome to Clash of Saiyans. On today's episode, I am bringing you guys week 5 of the CWL. We had the Archer Outlaws up against Red Onslaught. We came out with the victory in this one, 71 to 67, 21 3 stars for the Outlaws to the 18 for Red Onslaught. Looks like a big difference in the score here, but it was actually fairly close coming down to the very end. For a few attacks, they struggled to get our 11s. There were no 10v10s this war, but we were able to secure the 2-star on the 11s and then not fail on any of our dips, which was the difference in the war. But we'll go ahead start off with some 10v11 action. We have Serenity coming in with the Queen Walk Gobo, but he's going to go ahead and start off on this top side and just get this free percentage pretty much up here. It's going to be a very easy queen walk for his queen. She will only be taking on a couple point defenses at a few times. He's got a rage spell for her though, so when she gets in trouble from those expos, being able to finally hit over on her and just stick on her, he'll be able to pop those down, keep her up. But for the most part, this is going to be a fairly simple walk for her, and she's just going to go right down this side, come around, and then just meet up with his kill squad as he makes that town hall dive into the base. But you can see right now she's still able to get through, already snagging 15% when he has to drop down that first rage spell, which is very good. She now has the 2 expos and the archer tower on her, but she's going to continue walking down fairly easy for her. Nothing too much where he has to worry about her too much. Then he's going to go ahead and start on the bottom side, get some wall breakers down to get those walls open like he wants to, and then he has some golems going down so that way he can create some additional funneling. Gets the rage spell down so that way the bowlers are able to get there and then get through this wall eventually. Comes in on the top side with the wall breakers so that way the Barb King and the Queen go in, followed in with some more bowlers, and they are going to have a clear path now going straight into this base and eventually take out that town hall. It's got 2 baby dragons in the bag as well to secure some additional percentage. Gets a heal down on those bowlers as the eagle is hitting them and the expos. Freezes that inferno tower so that way the heal is able to keep those bowlers up. Poison was down for the clan castle, so that pretty much takes out that, and then he has the queen in there with the healers and the ability left, so she is able to seal the deal on getting that town hall, and then he used the baby dragons on the backside just to pick off some of these camps and everything on there to get that free percentage, ending up though totally with a 59% 2-star, which was huge for us in securing the victory. I believe this was either the first or second hit on that, so it's always nice when your town hall tents can step up, take out those big bases and get them done without having to waste a ton of attacks on them. Up next, we have I Rarely Triple coming in. He's going to come with the Gobolo on this base, just basically pretty much demolishes it, coming all the way across with his kill squad, and then he's just going to use a few balloons to pick off the outside buildings as his kill squad is working through there. Going to have a nice large wide funnel though, getting tons of wizards down behind those golems. 3 golems spread so that way everything is taken out, and when it comes time to drop those heroes, bowlers, and everything, they're just going to walk straight into this base. Golems are going to take nicely though for those wizards as they start to take out the trash on the outside, and then he gets those bowlers in there. 2 jumps just helping them basically get across the base, and that rage spell is just going to allow them to start taking out everything in that core, gutting this base, lures out that clan castle, and then has a poison to take it out as well. Barb King's straight up now in the middle of the base, tanking everything, and the queen is just sitting back in the pocket, taking out everything. And then he just slowly now starts sending in balloons around the outside to the buildings that are basically just being tanked or preoccupied with the kill squad in the middle of the group. But they've pretty much made their way all the way across this base. Has a couple troll Teslas in the corner that he notices, so he's able to drop a few balloons on those and take them out. And then he has a golem still tanking in the core of this base, haste spell in the bag that he has that he's going to be able to use to get over into that final air defense, as that Expo is just basically being tanked by that Golem in the core of the base. And then he has the cleanup down. So at this point, this one is a 3-star. He's just basically waiting to clean it up. But good eye to recognize that he was able to come across that entire base with only 2 jump spells, take out the core objectives, and then have a couple balloons come in on the backside just to take out the final towers. Pretty much most of our Town Hall 9 hits were almost all fresh hits. We were able to secure all of their Town Hall 9s, 3-starring them all in 21 hits out of 17 bases. So hats off to our Town Hall 9s. They brought it this war, ending up putting our top guys in a very good position, and then putting the pressure on Red Onslaught. Just really put us in a very good position. Their 9s performed very good as well, but not as good as ours. So we were able to secure pretty much 2 stars on all of the Town Hall 10s before our guys were even going to hit them. Knowing where a lot of the traps and everything were, we were not able to secure a Town Hall 10 3-star, but we were still in a very good position to go ahead and know that we could use the attacks to get the 11s, use the 9s to 2-star all the 10s, and then be sitting in a very good position at the end of the war. Up next, though, we have Stana coming in. He's going to start off with a queen walk and some funneling on the bottom side, recognizing that there's not really a lot of point defense down there, and he was going to be able to get that queen, lure out that clan castle, be able to take that out, and then get in here with some good wall breakers and be able to get in there, get that expo. Tries to lure the clan castle, does not get it all, so he sends in another hog, and then he has the baby dragon and Valk come out separate. But at this point, it's very easy for the queen to take care of with that ability. So he's going to go ahead, pop that, get that down, and then he's going to go ahead, take out that expo, and the queen will just continue her walk. And then he's going to come in very heavily on the bottom side with the hogs, knowing that the queen and the clan castle are both out the way. He's got 3 heal spells for them, so they are easily going to be able to work through this base. He's going to go ahead, get that first one down as they hit that big bomb area, so that way they come into the top, that expo compartment with full health, has a poison spell down to get the Larrys off of his hogs, so that way they will continue to push through. Cleanup is already down, working on the bottom side of this base, so time will be no issue for him. He's going to have tons of hogs, though. Sends in a giant on the top side to help kind of tank some of those point defenses as his hogs are working around, but he still has a huge amount of them going on the top side of the base. Queen is still working easily with those healers on her, able to stay up and work through the whole base. And at this point, he is just going to hold on to that Barb King, completely swag that thing. Doesn't even need it for this base. Just completely demolishes it, though, with that Queen Walk, setting up the good funneling, taking out some of the key components of the base, and then just having all the heal spells being devoted to the hogs to keep them up. Completely demolishes, though. Has a last-second loon that he was holding on to, that looking for maybe a troll test or something, since this was a fresh hit, but he is able to send in that balloon and secure the 3-star on that clan castle. We'll keep moving on, though, to some more of these Town Hall 9s. As always, we have Super Hot Fire coming in, doing his thing, just straight up representing every single war for CWL for us. He threw down the 6-pack in this war as well. We had multiple 6-packs this war, I believe. I rarely triple threw down a 6-pack. Stana possibly had one. Just tons of people stepping up this round for our Town Hall 9s and throwing down those 6-packs. But we have Supa. He's going to come in with a 2-golem spread. Gets tons of wizards behind. Just massive funnel on this base. And then he's going to have a jump spell come down. The objective was, I believe, to take out all 3 of these air defenses and that queen and the clan castle, since they were all beside each other. He's going to end up getting pretty much all of those except for one of the air defenses, but in the end, he's just going to straight demolish this base, and it doesn't matter that he doesn't get down that last air defense because he's Super Hot Fire and he's always just wrecking bases. But the bowlers get in there, gets that rage spell down. They're able to go ahead, start demolishing that bottom portion of the base. Has a poison spell down to go ahead, work on those lava pups as they are taking them out, and then the Barb King steps up and does some tanking. And then the bowlers are just going to continue working in there. They're going to get down that second air defense, or actually the queen will step up, take it out, and then he's going to start his Laloon portion on the backside of this base, coming in with just 2 hounds to that air defense, and then has a haste spell down for those balloons. They get in there, take out that air defense. Queen finishes off that expo, and then here's the crazy thing. He has 2 hounds working over to that air defense, and he has the balloons on the complete opposite side of the base. By the time that hound gets over there to pop, his balloons coming from the top side are already over there. He has some more sneaking in from the backside as the pups are actually distracting that air defense. But those balloons from the top side are able to make it completely over to the top side of the base and just finish this thing off. Just completely insane that he is able to get those balloons working over there that fast. I rarely ever have that luck for a Laloon portion of my attacks. So it's just crazy to see that he was able to execute this thing so nicely, finish it off, secure the big 3-star, and then get this one out of the way for us pretty early in the war. I know this one was a fresh hit. He normally comes through pretty quick, does his thing and everything for us, and it's always nice knowing that we can rely on him to throw down 6-pack for us, or at least get those 3 stars. A good plan. And then finally we have Heather, our most recent addition for CWL. She's been working hard since last season to get those heroes up, and then finally is able to secure a spot in. I believe this was her first CWL war with us, throwing down the 3-star for us, coming in with a little witch slap action. She is actually a new addition to the Clash Babes as well, so she's going to be representing us on that front for the Outlaws. Just getting out there doing big things for us. But she is coming in on the bottom side with a little queen walk, and then she's going to have a couple witches come through on the top side. Has a little spread on them, so that way they're able to get just all that trash out there and work. Lures up the clan castle, and we have 3 baby dragons coming over, so a poison will be able to hold them down. Gets a rage spell down to keep that queen working, and then is forced to pop the ability with the amount of point defenses, but she's going to be able to just finally get through that, work through, and then just continue that queen walk, and that queen will continue all the way to the top side of the base and continue working. Witches come through on the bottom side, still working on that, end up taking out that queen, and then she has a golem going straight down this big lane of the base, followed up with some witches and some more wizards and that Barb King with the bowlers, and they're just going to get in the core of this base and just start wrecking it. That queen has created a massive funnel on the bottom side, so there's only one spot for all of these troops to go. So they're going to get in there with the tanking and then just start wrecking the core of this base. There's not much for this base left at this point on this backside. Once she gets over, gets that jump spell down, Tesla Farm pops on the backside. Witches are going to end up taking out that expo, and then the queen's just still continuing now. Finally, she survives with barely any health left, but she's going to get up back to full health and then take out this top side. That Barb King is doing his thing up there on the top, takes out a ton of stuff, and then he has a golem still in there tanking on that expo, taking out the big bombs, so that way when his troops come through, she is going to have tons of troops just coming in, finishing off the backside of this base. Gets those Teslas down, and then has the queen just coming around on the backside, finishing up for the cleanup. But just tons of troops and bringing it big for her first CWL war, throwing down that 3-star and then finishing it up for us. Solid war, like I said, for us. We had the Town Hall 9s coming in with almost an 80% hit rate, I believe, something close to that. Just absurd, crazy. So we were able to come out with this one, setting in a good position for the victory. Letting the Outlaws now sit at 4-1 for CWL. I'm not sure who we have next week, but guys, stay tuned. I will do another recap for that one, given how that war goes. If you guys have questions, comments about anything you want to see or anything from this recap, feel free to leave them in the bottom, and I'll try to answer everything for you guys. But until next time, this is Trunks helping you stay over 9,000.